crime and violence if we all agree to do one thing: share. Let's share our wisdom, share our time, share our talent, share our finances, but most of all, let's share our love. This is the Female Solution. Join me, Naima Latif, every morning, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. Central Standard Time, as we bring you stimulating discussions about the issues affecting our lives. If you're listening online at www.blogtalkradio.com/the-female-solution, press the blue button that says follow and get our daily topics every morning directly to your email and your smartphone. Hi, I'm Naima Latif, executive producer of the Female Solution radio show. We invite you to call in 515-605-9325 and participate in this daily think tank as we examine the challenges we face and develop solutions that restore peace and harmony. We are global transformers, changing the world from the way it is to the way it should be. We are one. Wherever we live on this earth, we are one human family. On behalf of our team of radio hosts, I'd like to extend a greeting to all the members of our family, whenever and wherever you may be listening around the world. To our family in China, Ni Hao. In India, Namaste. In Japan, Konnichiwa. In Korea, Annyeonghaseyo. In Russia, Здравствуйте. In Germany, Guten Tag. In Poland, Dzień dobry. In France, Bonjour. In Spain, Hola. In Italy, Ciao. In Egypt, Ahlan wa sahlan. In Ghana, Akwaba. In Nigeria, Peleo. In South Africa, Sawubona. In Senegal, Nangadet. In Kenya, Jambo. In Israel, Shalom. In Pakistan, Afghanistan, and Saudi Arabia, Assalamu alaikum. Greetings, and may peace be upon you all.
And Grand Rising. Thank you all for joining us on this Tuesday edition of the Female Solution as we shop with Zoe. And we'll be right back with our Tuesday host, Zoe Ma, to talk to you today about how you can create your own product. Being in business is a simple thing. You just have to decide what you want to sell. And if it's something that you created yourself, well, then you control the pricing and you control the production and you control how you want to create your brand. So we'll be right back after this quick break. So we invite you to stick and stay. Don't stray away. We'll be back in just a moment. And if you want to share an idea that you have, we want to encourage entrepreneurship today by giving you a chance to explore the power of your imagination. What things have you been thinking about creating that you would like to try? Well, there's absolutely nothing stopping you except your own belief in yourself. We'll be right back to talk about that, so stay with us.
Hi, I'm Naima Latif, and if you're watching this, that means you're one of the 4.6 billion people from around the world who are using an electronic device to talk to people. In these times, people are using the internet to talk to everybody. Friends, neighbors, family members, co-workers. People are on their cell phones and computers all day long. Now, if you're in business, that is great news. That means you can sell your products and services all day long and never have to leave your home. All you need is a media connection, somebody to connect you to an audience. And that's why I'm talking to you today. We produce programs, and our audience members are people who shop. They buy clothes, food, beauty supplies, cleaning supplies, home repair, transportation services, child care services. Whatever you're selling, they need to buy it. We're your media connection. Just follow this link, and tomorrow you can sit back and relax at home while your business is making you money.
Yes, while your business is making you money. Making money is not hard. It really is not. You can have multiple streams of income. It's okay if you have a 9 to 5 job or even a part-time job, or if you're still looking for a job. It's okay. It's okay if you're living on a fixed income. Maybe you're at the retirement stage. Maybe you're getting that, government assistance check. Maybe what you're doing, you're living from someone else's paycheck, and you're the person in the household that isn't working, but you maintain the household, whether you're the housewife or the house husband. It's okay. The thing is not to judge yourself based on your income. Don't judge yourself or misjudge yourself or even prejudge yourself as being someone who is not business minded and can't do this. I'm not good with math. I'm not good with numbers. I'm not an accountant. It's okay. All you really need to do is be a person with an imagination. How do you solve a problem? That's how most businesses start. They start out with someone with an idea to solve a problem. Everything you can think of solves a problem. Something as simple as this stapler. How do you fasten pieces of paper together that are two separate sheets? Well, somebody thought of an idea that was a little more durable and sturdy and permanent than a paperclip. A paperclip was, a bent piece of wire that held pages together. But what if you needed them to be held together in place in a more permanent fashion? And paper clips slip off sometimes. Well, someone came up with an idea. And they decided to take those little pieces of metal and poke them through both pieces of paper and then bend them so that they bound together. And there you have the stapler. And from there, of course, you had to have the staple remover, something that could actually dig those little pieces of wire out of the paper. So you have all kinds of things that come about as a result of people's ingenuity. We want you to not be afraid to explore an idea that you may have about creating a product. Because the products that you create could be life-changing. Everything you think of, a straw. Now, of course, you could drink out of a cup very easily. But there are a lot of different things that make straws something convenient. What if you wanted to sip things in a way that kept it from spilling all over the sides of your mouth? You have a straw. You sip it, and it goes directly from the drink right into your mouth and down your throat. Well, something as little as a straw became a great sensation and is very popular for soft drinks and milkshakes and other things that we buy at restaurants. It's a standard now when you get a drink to get a straw. So every little thing has its origins somewhere. And when we value our imagination, we can think of ways to create. And then we think of ways of recreating, because every product that you develop is something that, if you're going to mass produce it, well, you need a way to create it over and over and over again. So this is what we do. And this is an easy way for you to receive an income simply by creating. We think it's harder than it is. We think it is more involved than it is. We think it's going to cost more than it does. And it doesn't have to. It doesn't have to be something complicated. It doesn't have to be something that costs a lot to create. It doesn't have to be something that requires materials that you don't have. And it doesn't have to be something that's outside of your capabilities to show someone else how to reproduce. All you need is an idea. So if you are willing to create an idea, then we'll help you with the process of bringing it to the marketplace. Not only are we helping people to make money off of products that we're bringing to the marketplace through our overseas connection, our dear Tuesday host, Zoe Ma. We're helping those of you who may have an entrepreneurial spirit. You want to try an idea that you've created. You want to bring it to the marketplace. You want to sell it, and you want to get paid. We'll help you with that process as well. And we urge you to go to our website, www.thefemalesolution.com, and become a prosperity partner so that you can get paid whenever someone who you've referred buys a product. We want you to experience income, what they call passive income, when you're getting paid and you haven't really done anything, you haven't put in physical time. You're getting paid from other people's actions. And there's a couple of things we've already got. Of course, you've got the toilet seat covers, the Heine warmer, just $9.99. And we appreciate the fact that we've got some orders that people have called in and placed orders. And we're excited because we know that the system works. We have a chance to circulate money. So we want to share the wealth. And we urge you to be a prosperity partner. Go to www.thefemalesolution.com/prosperity-partners. And this gives you an opportunity to make passive income, to see money coming into your bank account, and you didn't have to do anything. Just press a couple of buttons on your cell phone. And next thing you know, you're getting paid because someone else is shopping. It's just that simple. So we're going to pull that up on screen because we want you to see how simple it is to be able to
Your
simply.
show will go live in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1.
So we're going to pause for just one moment and we'll be right back. Women have the power to transform this world. We can end crime and violence if we all agree to do one thing: share. Let's share our wisdom, share our time, share our talents, share our finances, but most of all, let's share our love. This is the Female Solution. Join me, Naima Latif, every morning, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. Central Standard Time, as we bring you stimulating discussions about the issues affecting our lives. If you're listening online at www.blogtalkradio.com/the-female-solution, press the blue button that says follow and get our daily topics every morning directly to your email and your smartphone. Hi, I'm Naima Latif, executive producer of the Female Solution radio show. We invite you to call in 515-605-9325 and participate in this daily think tank as we examine the challenges we face and develop solutions that restore peace and harmony. We are global transformers, changing the world from the way it is to the way it should be. We are one. Wherever we live on this earth, we are one human family. On behalf of our team of radio hosts, I'd like to extend a greeting to all the members of our family, whenever and wherever you may be listening around the world. To our family in China, Ni Hao. In India, Namaste. In Japan, Konnichiwa. In Korea, Annyeonghaseyo. In Russia, Здравствуйте. In Germany, Guten Tag. In Poland, Dzień dobry. In France, Bonjour. In Spain, Hola. In Italy, Ciao. In Egypt, Ahlan wa sahlan. In Ghana, Akwaba. In Nigeria, Peleo. In South Africa, Sawubona. In Senegal, Nangadet. In Kenya, Jambo. In Israel, Shalom. In Pakistan, Afghanistan, and Saudi Arabia, Assalamu alaikum. Greetings, and may peace be upon you all. And Grand Rising again. We certainly do appreciate all of you who join us today as we shop with Zoe, and we want to share the prosperity. So we brought up our Female Solution website so you can see all of our wonderful hosts, and of course we'll be talking more about how you can be part of this partnership for prosperity as we shop with Zoe. And there she is, and she's joined us now. And we
Good morning.
Oh, good morning. Yes. Happy day after Christmas.
Yeah, happy day after.
Yes. Well, this is also the first day of Kwanzaa, the cultural celebration that actually was launched in 1966 by Maulana Ron Karenga, who wanted to create an African village concept with the way we shop and a whole philosophy of sharing wealth and responsibility and building community. So we recognize that you need to have a philosophy when it comes to buying and selling. And if we can live according to a more inclusive philosophy, then we really will not have issues with crime and violence and all of these things that we struggle with in our society. So for Kwanzaa, this is the first day of Kwanzaa, which is known as Umoja, which means in Swahili, unity. And I think that's a wonderful way to begin the concept of how we're going to include everybody in the process of wealth building. And this is, of course, the principle that we are adding with our prosperity partner program, and we've got some people that have already signed up and are making money because they're receiving as other people shop. So we want to talk to you today about creating a product and all the steps that you need to think of in your mind to get to the process of getting paid. Everybody has an idea of something that either solves a problem or provides for a need, and everybody has some kind of gift or skill or interest or talent. We want everybody to have some kind of a business on the side if you're not ready to make it full time, but always have an income source that you control. That way, you never have to put up with somebody treating you badly or threatening to fire you if you don't behave in a way that you don't think is ethical, or just putting up with being in an environment that you know is emotionally unhealthy for you. And it's not really what you desire. So, and I'm not putting down people who work, 9 to 5 jobs again, but the whole thing is to have a sense of control over your life. So, for those who decide to be part of our Prosperity Partner Program, and it's really a simple thing to do. You simply send a link to the products page that we're going to show you in just a moment as a text from your cell phone. So you go to this products page right here on the Female Solution website. Right here, you see 2 of the products we're introducing, and every week we're going to introduce a new product. And of course, we've got the Hiney Warmer still on sale for just $9.99, and you save 33% with this sale. And of course, the handy expanding travel bag, which is just $19.99, and you save another $6, nearly $7. Of course, you're gonna save a big savings there as well. And you're saving $5 and $5.01 actually. But of course, you are saving a huge savings on both of these products. And so you just simply pull this up on your phone and hit send and type in the number you'd like to send it to. And when that person purchases, they will be also sending you a portion through their payment, because you will be registered as the representative who referred them. And this is the way the program works. Just simply send the link to the products page as a text from your cell phone to others, friends, family members, co-workers, etc., and get paid 20% of the sale price for each item that they buy. And you type it as a text message, www.thefemalesolution.com/products. And then, of course, your rep number, your phone number, that's what it is. And you send that to people and encourage them to buy. That's all. And you get paid when they buy. We send these payments out every Sunday to our prosperity partners. And you also get paid when businesses advertise on the Female Solution. We've got a whole great, easy way for people to simply on their cell phone send us either the words or an audio or even a video link to us as we prepare to promote. And all they have to do is send the link. All you have to do is send the link to the advertising page for the Female Solution Global Radio TV show as a text from your cell phone to your friends in business and get paid 20% of the advertising costs of the ad program they buy. So you type as a text, and this is the advertising page. That's www.themediaconnectionproductionco.com/advertising, and type in your rep number, which is your cell phone, and send the text to people and encourage them to buy. Payments to our prosperity partners are issued through Zelle every Sunday for payments received by 5 p.m. on the preceding Friday. Just fill out the form below. That's all you have to do. And we've got people that are already enjoying prosperity with us. And you simply fill out your name, your email, your phone, and that'll be your rep number. That'll be on their receipt when they purchase. And of course, products that you want to promote, you can say all of them if you like. And then your Zelle, name and address. And we want you all to just make it easy to get paid. Banks deal with Zelle, of course, whether it's Chase or US Bank or whatever, they all, accept Zelle payments, which goes directly bank to bank. And so you get the payments pretty instantly. And this is so when we send it to you, we want you to get it in your bank account, and we want you to feel what it feels like for those people who are able to receive payment not because of the time they spent doing something, but because something someone else is doing somewhere else and they're getting paid. What they call passive income, where money's coming to you because of something that someone else is doing and you didn't have to do anything to make it happen. Just a couple of taps on your cell phone. So we want to share the prosperity. And of course, again, we introduce to you our wonderful Tuesday host, Zoe Ma. So Zoe, you've been in real estate and other things, other ways of making income. When you first got into real estate, you've got property and so forth. What was it like? I guess getting paid when people either purchased a home or paid for an apartment, and you got paid that money, and it wasn't because of a 9 to 5 or hours you had to spend doing something. What did that feel like?
Yeah, actually, when I got my MBA, around 2001, I got my MBA degree, but I didn't want to work for a corporate because from my previous job, I realized I only got paid 10% of my talent and time, and the rest of the time I don't get paid, it's got wasted. So there is actually the corporate world set a limit of your growth.
Yes, it does.
So if you want to, especially when you are just in the, in the 20s and 30s, that's the time you actually want to explore you develop and explore your world, and you don't want to be limited by the corporate world. So at that time, I first got into mortgage business. A pastor friend of mine who has a friend who run mortgage company. So he said, well, why don't you start working for him? So I actually learned a mortgage business from scratch. Even though with my MBA degree, it has nothing to do, zero connection with the mortgage business. So actually, yeah, I learned from the very basics, but I quickly learned how to do it. And then even though it kind of nerve-wracking because you don't have any income while you're just starting to build your little career. It's not like a 9 to 5 job. You just get paid. Doesn't matter if you perform well or not. But when you get your first deal, that really pays off. For real estate and mortgage business, each deal, mortgage is less. You get paid like $2,000 or $3,000 per deal. But it really adds up. I was just, that's another thing is when you start making some money, you start your financial planning. You don't spend it all.
Yes.
So what I did is I saved and I invest in real estate as down payment. So I use my mortgage business, the income that I received, and put down payment. So in the between 2001 to 2007, I think that was the last time I purchased probably within the 5 years. I purchased about 10 properties.
Wow.
I have down payment for because I saved that money.
Yes.
As a down payment, and I had 10 properties under my name. Of course, because I know how to do mortgages, I know how to, be qualified to get mortgage. And that actually, basically, I live on that. I just feel God knows what I need later in life. I thought that was, God paved the way that when I do need the money, I can just sell off the property and have that money for my needs.
Yes.
But I do not spoil myself every time I make get a deal done and get to pay like $3,000, $5,000. Sometimes I got $10,000 from transaction. But so those money grows. So I think when we start getting to solve our entrepreneurship, we need to know how to manage our money, because we need, as in our 20s and 30s or even 40s, we need to save it up and expand our actually our business. At that time, my real estate investment, it was my business. So I saved, and then I put in the down payment, and I rented out and managed it. So for about 10 years, 20 years that I have the kind of money that, right now I can probably retire if I live in a very symbolistic life. I can just retire.
Well, so the first step I think people who want to be in business need to do is learn how to manage your money.
Yes.
That means you can't live without a plan or overspend more than your current income and be so deeply in debt that you don't have any savings.
Yeah, I think a lot of people make a mistake.
People-
A lot of people make mistakes when they have a credit card. They will not pay off the balance.
Yes.
So my credit card is as my almost like my bookkeeper, because I use a credit card to track my purchases.
Yes.
And at every billing cycle, I paid it off. So never incur interest. That's how you. Yeah, I have zero credit card debt.
And that is such a major step for people. Most people, they get a credit card for maybe start out, okay, you got a $500 credit limit. They will max out that credit card, and then something happens and they have problems paying it off, and next thing you know, you've wrecked your credit. So you can't be greedy. You can't buy things that you really don't need right now. Take the time, take the opportunity when you have money to pay the credit card off, because the credit card companies get paid from interest, and yes, they get paid by you not paying. But you're not trying to make them wealthy. You're trying to build your credit so that when you need it, you have it. When you need to buy things on credit, a big ticket item, or you need to have a good credit score, you can create that by not letting your credit cards be delinquent in payment. Now that might sound easy, but it really isn't. It's a matter of not doing survival spending. Where
I think it's more. I think a lot of time we just need to control learn to resist temptation of money.
Yes.
And I think that's, sometimes I feel like, okay, what I learned being a Christian, be Christ-like, I think is the training of resisting the temptation of money, what money can buy. Yeah. Because sometimes you have to, go tithing, right? And then you think, oh, I just got this, $1,000 payment. That's not a lot. I don't want to give it to church, okay? Or to help somebody. I really don't need to go to church and give the 10% to the pastor, because you don't know what he's doing. But I just, it's serious, but it's good for
paying his bills and buying new stuff for himself and his family.
Yeah, so, but we need to learn to resist. Maybe just say you need 10% to put aside for yourself. Every month you put 10% and put away as a saving, or in your retirement. You have to do it. I even teach my son, 18 years old. He need to put 10% down, save it from 10% of his salary, and save it. And then also I teach him never incur credit card debt. If I have to help him, if he's some emergency that he spend more than He will come to me, I will help him, then he pay me back. But never let a credit card company to get rich from you. That's number one. Number two is always try to resist the temptation of money. I think for me right now, like that's what I learned. I'd be happy to live in a simplistic lifestyle because I don't need all the luxury to show off to someone else. I'm proud and confident in myself that I don't care if you think why I don't change I don't get a new outfit this year because I don't care.
Ah, that
You don't,
is
you know, it's me that I make myself proud, that I can hold my head high, not my outfit. It's what's inside of me. I think for every one of us can build that kind of confidence. The clothes doesn't give you, what you wear or what you drive, doesn't give you that kind of respect you want other people have for you. Because when you leave the car, they don't see you in that outfit anymore, then you probably lost that. So
right.
it's inside of you. What is inside of you that actually command the respect from other people?
That's important for a lot of people who spend a lot trying to appear wealthy or prosperous, and they spend more than they actually can afford based on if they paid their debts, wanting to buy respect. But in fact, if you're thinking that people respect you because of what you're wearing,
Or
then
what you're driving, or
what you're driving. How many people, they will buy that new car, that the car note is more than their income. Again, you have to remember when people are selling you something, the salesperson, they're trying to get a commission. They may be able to see based on your income, you may not be able to maintain that car payment, but they want their sales commission. So they're not going to advise you to get something lesser if they can get a bigger commission. You have to use your own common sense. Do you need this car that costs more than you really should be paying monthly for a car note based on your other debts? Or could you do just as well as this lesser priced car that's within your budget if you were paying off your credit cards and paying your bills on time? Does it make sense for you to overspend so that people will admire you more, you think?
But the thing is, the price for you to do that, you spend above your budget, okay, is the stress you have in you. Because you always worry about, okay, can I meet my car payment next week? Or can I pay off my credit card? That stress is going to eating you, will cause your other issues. So I think that's what is, I preach the freedom from stress. Freedom from stress is the number one, is actually try to control. You have a control of your own life. Really don't have to listen to nobody about what they think about you or not.
Yes.
Because they have their own problem. Believe me, everybody have problem. Some people just try to cover it up, but doesn't solve any problem. They just use a Band-Aid. The Band-Aids can be a new outfit or a brand new car. That's a Band-Aid to cover their stress.
Yes.
Okay, just see through it. See through that Band-Aid. Okay, everybody have a problem, and then for you try to keep up with the Jones, then you create a problem for yourself. You create stress.
Yes.
Then you don't have freedom anymore because you become a slave to that stress. The stress control you, and then from the stress come from depression.
Yes.
Okay, stress and depression, they are twins. They are brothers.
Yes.
So for those people who want to deal with the depression, it's also a lot of stress. Those things come in hand. They come together. They come in pairs. So so it's the freedom. You have to be able to control it, and that's things that we need to in our 20s, in our 30s, in our 40s, when we try to build our life. so we can have a stress-free life when we are in the 50s. That's where I am in the 50s. I really don't care, you know.
And there's nothing like being calm and stress free when everybody else is all stressed out. And we talked about this yesterday on our Monday morning mindfulness show, and our host Zelda, she'll be joining us shortly. But this time of year, so many people were overstressed because of what they perceived as social pressure to buy gifts. And there's nothing wrong with buying gifts, but when you are feeling the pressure to spend more than you have because you think that what you spend is connected to people approving of you or loving you or even liking you, and you feel that if I don't spend enough for their gift, they won't love me anymore, they won't like me anymore, they won't approve of me anymore. And so you're under stress because maybe, I mean, this is the end of the month. That's just reality. Most people have paid all their bills and everything else. And so at the end of the month, you don't have a whole lot. But if you have been feeling the pressure to spend more money than you have because you feel that certain relatives or friends or loved ones will not approve of you, and you allow that stress to, like we said, depress you and make you sad and anxious, and then overspend. Well, now you've got the aftermath of that overspending. Maybe you spent the maximum you could spend on your credit cards, and now you're looking at January's money, having to pay back December's debt that you incurred. And you know that once you start paying that, then you don't quite have enough money for your regular household bills, your electricity, your gas, your rent, mortgage, whatever the case may be, your car note. And so you got another month of stress that you have created, and it hasn't even come here yet because now you're living in debt. You didn't manage your money. You didn't resist the temptation to overspend. And now you got 2, 3, 4 months of stress that you created because you overspent at the last month of the year more money than you really could afford to spend. And why? Just because of what was in your own mind, believing that spending money is tied to people loving you. That's what makes people overspend. How can
Yeah.
we get out of that cycle of thinking? If you want to give a gift, give something that you made yourself, bake cookies, whatever. My sister does these delicious gingerbread cookies. We told her she needs to put them on the market. But I mean, you could do something that doesn't cost a lot, that shows you care for people and doesn't leave you in debt. So what do you think it would take for people to learn how to manage their money during this heavy buying season so that they don't overspend?
I think sometimes relationship is the gifts won't buy real relationship.
Right.
It's actually the solidarity with them in time of need actually buy more affection, like with free money. It's free. So it's when you care about someone, generally you actually be there for them when they need you. And those are your real friends. You don't need many friends at all. Like my friend, my son sometimes say, "Mom, you don't have friends."
That's
Because I
okay.
don't hang out with them all the time.
Mhm.
Because I have my own interest, and nobody actually have exactly same interest as yours.
Right.
So your whole life is compartmentalized. You have friends to share certain interests with these friends, and you have interests with other friends. But in the self, you control your interests. You don't follow them. You don't follow their interests.
Right.
Okay. I think the only friend you need is God. Who you want to love the most and who you can receive the love most is God.
Absolutely.
Sometimes when we are young, we don't notice that. But when we are older, we look back in life, who has been there with us the whole time, that actually prepare us in time of challenges.
Yes.
So I think have that faith. Maybe 20s, I sometimes talk to my son, he's a teenager, 18, 19. He's going to be 19 next year, or this year. It's 2024.
Wow.
So, but we talk about that. And I say by the time you are 50, you will know, because when you look through what happened in your 20s, what happened in your 30s, what happened in your 40s, you will see actually God has been there all this time.
All the difficulties. Yes. That's
I think there was some, I think maybe one time somebody was saying, like, someone asked God, so where were you when you needed help? Because so normally God will walk with you. You will see the first,
oh
the
yeah.
steps,
That posted footsteps in the sand. Yes.
Yeah. And then they say, when I will need you most, but only see one side of a footprint.
Yeah.
And God said, because I have you on my back.
Carrying you. Yes. Yes.
I was carrying you.
I think I had that posted somewhere. Yes. Yes.
Yeah. So it was very true. So they help us go through the challenges to your life. But only in the 50s that we actually survive the challenge, then we see, yes, he was there, help us through. So sometimes we just need the patience. I remember when I was, my first 10 years in America, I was very demoralized. I was in depression myself because the challenges was a lot. And I think, at the end of the 10 years, close to the 10 years, I finally figured out that, why I don't have the things that other people have. That's actually what really troubled me, that why can't I have things that other people have? And I was depressed over that. And because it caused a lot of difficulty in my life. Then I figured out the answer. There was 2 reasons that at that moment, I do not have the things that other people have. And then later in life, we will figure it out. In maybe 20 in the 50s, then I figure out. I got it, and I passed that theory.
So what was the reason that you figured out that you didn't have what other people had? You see people all around you with things and you didn't have them. What was it what was the revelation that came to your mind about that?
There's a 2 scenario. You do not have the things that everybody else has it, except you. That's why you're so depressed. Why on the world that everybody else have it except me? Why am I so bad? No, you are not. There's 2 reasons. At that moment, you do not have the things that everybody else had it. Okay, number 1, maybe it's not your time yet. You have to be patient. Okay, so God has the control of the time. So you just need a patient. So what you do, just say, just do whatever you do. Let the time come to you, and then you will have the things that belong to you too. That's the one scenario that you think, why I don't have the things that everybody else has at that time. Because
that's a very important thing, because people who've made bad decisions to perhaps take what doesn't belong to them or do something that's unethical because they want it right now, they need to be patient.
So don't rush it. Yeah, do not rush it. When the time comes, it's gonna be yours.
Yes.
It's gonna be yours. So why you have to worry about it? If it's yours, it's gonna be yours.
It's gonna be.
Do not worry about it.
Yeah.
Just be patient. Okay? There's another scenario why you do not have that everybody else has it.
What's that?
Because God think that's not good for you. Okay?
Some things you don't have because it wouldn't be good for you. Yeah.
Yes. Okay, when things that you think is supposed to happen, supposed to be yours, and it's not yours
Mm.
because God think it's not good for you.
And that's so many things.
And then in the down maybe 20 years later, you will realize that was the truth. It was not good for you.
Mm. That's a lot of times people may say they want to give their teenager a new car. Oh, well, they got good grades, they just got a license to give them a new car. But that teenager might not be a safe driver. Maybe they're not as attentive. Maybe they want to have a car full of friends with this, stereo blasting. And next thing you know, they're in a serious crash that injures them. Sometimes, it's better to let your children be able to work to get something themselves, because if your teenager actually went through the process of working a job, saving their money, and then shopping and buying a car they could afford, they would appreciate it more and they would be more careful. So sometimes you shouldn't have things right now because you wouldn't appreciate it as much. It might be more harmful to you because you haven't matured to the point where you can use it properly. And I see that happen a lot of times with parents who want to let their young people have things, but they're not realizing that person is not mature enough. When you're mature enough to get it yourself, that's when it's time for you to get it. So if you don't have it yet, like you say, maybe it's not your time. Maybe it's not good for you to have. Maybe you
Yeah,
should
we have.
until you get ready.
Yeah, we need to tell our teenagers that too. Things they can't get everything. They need to work on their own, to be able to appreciate it. And also, I think there was a test for people to be more successful. They actually have this quality of being patient.
Yes.
Um, I think it was they tested like the toddlers, and then
Yeah.
they put chocolate in front of them and tell them, you can't eat it right now. You have to wait until I'm come back. See if you can hold it. And that's very very important. That patience.
Yes.
That
Being,
we train our brain not to make rush decisions, not
yeah.
to succumb to temptations.
Yeah.
So we had to train our kids very little. I remember when my kids very small, my son was small, I don't buy him Christmas presents. You know what I do?
What's that?
I take him to Target to
Mm-hmm.
see the toy in Target, and that's all. I'm
Mm-hmm.
not gonna buy him because I'm not gonna have those. He play 5 minutes, then he just started in the corner of the room. And why would I want? I mean, my money is limited, so that's why. So he loved to go to Target because he can play the toys over there, use his imagination without having it in his hand.
He's developing a good imagination. And a lot of parents are angry right now because the toys that they spent so much on and gave out yesterday, the child's already bored with it by today and doing something else. And they're like, but I spent so much. Well, did you really think about was that child at an age where they could really appreciate the amount of money spent? I see people spending an awful lot of money for the latest fad toy that comes out, and their child play with it for 5 minutes and then they're done. Just like your son at Target. Okay, I can go there and play with it in my mind. That's all I need anyway, just that 5-10 minutes with it, and I'm done with it. So I don't really need to have it forever. I just needed that temporary experience. And
Yeah.
so
I
yeah.
remember there was one time he really loved the Legos, and they have like a display box, and they have little Lego figures and the trees. So what he did, he came home. We just got a delivery, and we have a FedEx box. So what
Mm,
he did, he used the FedEx box to create his own little thing. So
yeah,
that's good for the kids. He
imagination.
remembered, and he go home. So I think it's we really do not have to buy our kids constantly their toys. That's a big waste of money.
Yeah, create
And
imagination is better. Developing
yeah,
imagination is always better because it actually it's tied to intelligence. Creative imagination is tied to intelligence. When you bring a child something that does everything, they don't have to think, they don't have to imagine, you stunt their intellectual growth.
yeah. And then later my son, there's a, I will say, oh, I have a problem, I don't know how to solve. And my son said, use your imagination.
Right, that's right.
So he
That's,
says, just use your imagination. I say, okay, I will do that. Yeah. So
yes.
I think we just have to learn to shop smart, buy the
Mm,
things that is actually really essential. And also we have to find a place that shop smart is, we don't overpay for the things.
yes.
That's
Yes.
another thing is, right now we shop, a lot of people go to Amazon to shop. But Amazon is getting so expensive.
Mm-hmm. Yes, because
And
they got
yeah,
people used to shopping with them, and then they slowly raise the prices. And because you're used to going there, you keep buying anyway, even if something might be a little overpriced.
definitely, because the other day I find a way, from a regular store, I buy, this is a tea, and that I always use this tea to, I drink it
Mm-hmm.
whenever I feel little, under the weather, scratchy throat, something. And then this is like almost like an instant coffee type of tea, but it's naturally, it's kind of a roots like from the ginger family,
Mm-hmm.
ginger root family. So I always have this one, and I bought I went to Amazon. They sell the same thing for $9.99.
Wow. Wow.
But you in the regular store, you probably pay half of the price.
Mm.
So
Mm.
I that's what I'm just saying is I see Amazon charge you 20% more.
And it used to be
And
less.
that's,
Yeah.
yeah, I can, I do compare shopping. So what I think here at the Female Solution Network, solutions here,
Mm-hmm.
we can help you find the product 20% less for
Yes.
you.
Yes.
You see something in Amazon that you are really interested, and you don't need it like to be delivered next week. You can wait for another week. We
Right.
may be able to
Patient.
get it for
Right.
you for 20% less.
Right. And
And
now,
so
mhm.
yeah, so we need to learn to do comparative shopping.
Comparative shopping. Yes. Take the time and compare prices. If it's for the same thing, figure out what are you really paying extra for? Are you paying for a name brand and it's really the same thing? If you've got a product and you look at it, the ingredients are exactly the same, but one is cheaper, well, why is one more expensive? You're just paying for the name. Or you paying for the name of the store. It's not really any different in this store than that store, but this store charges more. Some people are thinking, well, it costs more, so it must be better. Nah, if it's the
And
same thing,
and also you see, also if you buy full price, it is like you want it now just for the season, then you pay full price. Maybe a week later, they were already 20% off.
right. And this is why at the end of the winter, that's when you want to shop for your winter clothes because everything is on sale because they're getting ready for the spring season. So if you're smart and you have patience, you can wait until the end of the winter season to buy your spring to buy your winter clothing because the stores are trying to get rid of them so they can bring in the spring inventory. And then at the end of summer when they're bringing in the fall clothes, you can be shopping for your summer clothes because they're trying to get rid of that inventory to bring in the fall things. So wait to the end of the season to buy. And that's when everything goes on sale because they need to get rid of it to bring in new inventory. If you can just wait at the end, then you'll be prepared for the next year. But you got to have patience, and you have to not need it right now. Because if you wait until it gets cold to buy a pair of boots, well, you're going to pay full price. But if you buy your boots in April when there's no snow, or May, when they're trying to get rid of them. Well, yeah, they're going to be dirt cheap because they need to get rid of them. So just
patience can
have
save
patience.
money.
It can save money.
And patience saves stress.
Yes.
Patience is the key
Something
to
less.
give you the freedom.
Absolutely. You have to have patience. We got to take just a quick break and come right back. And we're going to talk to you all about maybe how you create a product that you can sell. And because you can sell it at a rate that's lesser than what other people make, how you can see yourself creating an income. It's real simple. And follow these steps financially, and you can see your income grow because you're thinking as you shop, and you're also using patience so that you don't overspend. We'll be right back after this quick break. So we want you all to stick and stay. Don't stray away. We'll be right back with Shop with Zoe after this.
Hi, I'm Naima Latif, and if you're watching this, that means you're one of the 4.6 billion people from around the world who are using an electronic device to talk to people. In these times, people are using the internet to talk to everybody. Friends, neighbors, family members, co-workers. People are on their cell phones and computers all day long. Now, if you're in business, that is great news. That means you can sell your products and services all day long and never have to leave your home. All you need is a media connection, somebody to connect you to an audience. And that's why I'm talking to you today. We produce programs, and our audience members are people who shop. They buy clothes, food, beauty supplies, cleaning supplies, home repair, transportation services, child care services. Whatever you're selling, they need to buy it. We're your media connection. Just follow this link, and tomorrow you can sit back and relax at home while your business is making you money.
And we are back. You are listening to and watching the Female Solution Global Radio TV show. I'm Naima Latif, and of course, we've got with us Zoe Ma, and we want you to shop with Zoe. We got a caller here. We're going to open the mic for 312-882 Grand Rising. Thank you for joining us, and give us your name and where you're calling from and your question or comment.
Shalom. We don't die, we multiply. Black is beautiful and black power forever. Assalamu alaikum. Happy Kwanzaa.
Yes, Minister Plum. Happy Kwanzaa.
Minister Plum in Chicago. I want you to hold it first to go. I want to do the collaboration prosperity.
Yes, make sure you go to the website and sign up. Yes, definitely do that. We got some folks signed up already, so.
I am going to do that.
Yes.
But the bottom line is today, go to Robert Plum Facebook page,
Mm-hmm.
okay? And then you're going to go from there, and it's what y'all just were saying. You're going to see Jeanette Harris playing Just My Imagination.
Oh.
Okay.
What, on a musical instrument?
Yeah, she's just doing musical instruments, and she's showing how she's the greatest what we call saxophone player.
Oh, saxophone! Okay? How nice.
She's and she's clarinet. Okay, she's the greatest. Okay, in terms of that type of instrument, clarinet, saxophone. You know what I mean? She's a master.
Oh, wow.
In fact, she's a doctor. And she's an entrepreneur, unlimited, unstoppable. I know she's a baby Oprah Winfrey like you, and also the new host. Okay, I want to meet her too.
Yes.
Brother Plump, Robert Plump, the president of Plump Music Production and Honey Jam Music. We got everything in music with the People's Market Corporation. So go to Robert Plump Facebook page, and then you're going to see just a little preview. I'm going to be going to the DuSable Museum today, inviting everybody to come and join us. I hope to show for Fanny Brown. She's been a little sick too. So we want everybody to, everybody call me at 312-882-5935, and I'm gonna give you Fanny Brown. That's James Brown. Sister.
Oh yeah, she's been on the show a few times. Yeah, we've had her tell her story. Absolutely. Yes.
Remember James Brown used to do his dance, right? And
yes.
He used to pull up his pants. Well, see, Fanny Brown got everybody to stop the violence, stop the sagging, pull up your pants and do the James Brown dance.
Yeah, I've heard that.
I used to be backstage. That's how I met Fanny. Backstage with James Brown mentor, which was Al Sharpton, Reverend Al Sharpton.
Right,
We
right.
used to be all backstage together. Okay, and whenever he came to Chicago, and remember Alvin Cash?
Yes.
I used to be Alvin Cash chauffeur. See,
so you've been around the music industry, and you got a lot of products in your creations, and we're of course talking about how you go about the marketing process. Well, we want you to go on the Prosperity Partners page so we can connect, because we're going to be introducing products from other entrepreneurs as well, and we know that you are well connected with the music industry and all of that, and the creative people.
And remember this too. See, December the 23rd, we had Hollywood Velvet dedicated to the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan in 1995. Okay?
I remember that.
Get rid of the job and do unity in the community.
Yes,
see,
absolutely.
We got to promote peace, love, unity, marketing people.
Well, we appreciate that.
Marketing female solution.
Yes.
So everybody call me at 312-882-5935.
Well, all righty.
Facebook page, and you're gonna go from there.
Well, thank you so much. We appreciate you, and maybe we'll see you later on today at DuSable. Thank you so much. Yes, we do appreciate you, and of course, this is a day where people are promoting unity. The Umoja, the first principle of the Kwanzaa celebration, 7 days after the Christmas celebration, with it culminating on January 1st. And this is another, buying season where a lot of places they have, again, like that African marketplace where people have products that they're selling. Some of them that they've made, some of them that they've imported, clothing products, like Minister Plump, maybe they have music CDs or whatever the case may be that they're selling. But you can easily become an entrepreneur with an idea. That's why you need an imagination. So let's say you are an artist and you want to create a painting or a portrait. That is a product that you can sell, and all you have to do is just find a way to present it to the public. And these days, you can do it digitally through a website. It's not that hard. There are many different programs you can go. You just type in, create a website, and you have all kinds of different programs to create a website right on your computer, or unless you just hire somebody who does that. But it's an easy thing to do. Or you can start out with marketing your product in person at the various events, and sometimes they'll have where you can purchase space at an event as a vendor and get your name out there. But the thing to do is to create, to look at what it is that you love to do, that you have interest in, that you're good at, and develop it as a product or service that can get you paid. People will pay you for it. And it's not difficult at all. It just takes some imagination. So
Yes.
that's what we're urging people to do. Just imagine.
Yeah, and also, Kwanzaa is, there was a joke about me because before I worked my job, I didn't know about the Kwanzaa. So for Christmas wrapper, I bought the wrapper for Kwanzaa for Christmas,
Ah,
and they said, no, this is not the same. This is actually have a special meaning to it. It's a
ah,
special. But I love the concept of the unity among the African Americans here. You know how China right now command such power right now. It's not because China can produce product. That's one thing. The other thing is China is have one of the biggest unified market.
mm,
And then so China's you say, hey, you want to sell to us? Then we can talk. So I think the African Americans, especially in the community that do not have a lot of the big box stores, um, to build their own marketplace,
yes,
that they put their financial resource together to enrich and build up their own community, build your own market.
yes,
And that's what China did now. China is not just a place to manufacture goods. China actually allow, just like in America, they allow other country to import, export product to China and
mm,
to build a connection with China. So I think the African American community can learn from it. Have your own marketplace. That the European,
absolutely,
why you shop for Amazon? Okay, you don't know who is over there. They all profit from your dollars without putting anything back in your community.
right, right,
So the community to do, as a church, as a group or neighborhood, do your own chamber of commerce.
yes, yes.
Okay.
It's an easy thing to create, and this is a principle, like you said. When you circulate dollars where everybody's participating, you buy from this person buys from that person, person buys from this person buys from that person. So eventually the money comes back to you, then that's what builds prosperity. But like you say, when you're sending money somewhere else and you don't know who those people are, you know who made those products, you don't know who gets the money, you never see it again. It's gone. So you have to have a marketplace where you're circulating. And that is one of the principles that was expounded with Kwanzaa, is that you're buying and selling from people that are in the community, and they're able to take care of their children's needs and build up their homes, and so everybody where you live is benefiting. But in today's marketplace, where the world is buying from all over the place, we have to have products that we can sell to everybody, so that we're not limited in who spends money with us. And that's one of the challenges right now, is when people think of, well, what can I sell? Well, think of, what does everybody need? Something as simple as a coffee mug. Now, of course, this is one of our shows that we do every Sunday. I do with my two sisters, three black moms. We've got our logo designed by my niece, who's a professional graphic artist. And so, we've got cups that we'll be able to promote and sell. And it's a simple thing, but it just takes a little creativity. And we came up with some idea designs. My niece, who's a professional graphic artist, uh, uh, created the logo. And so now we've got it on our shows. Of course, they have the logo on it. We're now developing products, and this is all that it takes. If you have a design that represents your name, your company, or whatever, your program, then you can make other products, whether it's shirts, hats, cups, pens, all those things. And that's all part of your marketing and merchandising. And it's so easy. And you will see so many people that are now doing this. They've created a brand, and they're selling other products marketing that brand, and they're making money from the products that market the brand. So this is, the first thing you want to do in creating a product, think of a thing that you want to do and come up with a name and a logo, a little symbol that means you or what you do. And then from there, you can begin promoting what you do. And people associate you just like people associate, say, what is it, Amazon with the little smiley face. This is a real simple symbol, but everybody knows that's that's Amazon. And trucks that drive up, they got the little symbol. So it's a simple thing, but all it takes is imagination. And you just
I like my parents, when we were young, they decided also quit like a 9-to-5 job. At that time, for them, it was a 7-to-7 job. Basically, it's long hours. So then they want to start their own little retail. What they did is just go to a wholesale place, find the product they think that they can sell, and then come to the farmers market, like just a local open air market and sell. And that's how a lot of countries, that's what they do. I was in Turkey. Now I'm researching Egypt. It's the same thing. You go to open air market, and those vendors, they not necessarily produce the product themselves. They just went to the wholesale place. And they and they buy bulk, and then they sell at their local market like a retail price.
Right.
They make the they just make the little profit margin there, and over time you build it up. This is like a common in any culture except in America.
Yes. We keep thinking that you can only make money if someone hires you to do something, but people are buying and selling all the time. Now, there are places where people, with flea markets, where people are selling used things. And sometimes you have a lot of your old things that are still good, whether they're books or clothes or whatever the case may be. And you can go to these marketplaces, they're open marketplaces, like, flea markets where people look for bargains. And you can make a lot of money doing that because you didn't really have to spend any money. These are items that were either, you might even got them at a resale shop, or they're things that you already had, which means you didn't have to spend any extra money. So that means everything is profit.
Yeah, I mean,
people pay their bills.
Yeah, you can.
Spending.
Yeah, market is for people. The customer have a right interest. If there's an open air market, somebody may sell some second hand items, or you can just get some product at the wholesale price and sell at that market too. You just use that opportunity to work for yourself, to build up your own life, rather than you work for someone else identified by the business card of that company. When you do not have that position, you are nobody.
Yes.
So, but when you have your own business, you are always somebody.
That's right.
And that's where your sense of accomplishment come from.
Yes. So now, just if you've ever, create a business card and you got your business name and it says on your card owner or president or whatever the case may be, and you hand that card to somebody, that's the pride that you get. I have something that I own and control.
It worth more than the new outfit and the new card.
Yes.
And that people will respect you more than the new car you're driving or your new the new outfit.
Right.
So because they admire, you own your business, but that doesn't take a lot. You might just sell this, Heine warmer, and you say, I'm selling, I have my own store online.
Yeah.
You don't, that's all. You say, check out my website. This is what I'm selling. That's all. It doesn't take much. It doesn't take an MBA degree that I had before.
You don't have to go and get an MBA to go into business.
Yeah, no, not at
You
all.
can
You
just
don't need it.
find a product.
You just need to be street smart. And just when you go to Turkey, you go to Egypt, you know, those are the where all they have the oldest market in the world.
Mhm.
The open air market in the world was in Cairo. The indoor market was in Istanbul. Go check out there. That will inspire you. I came back, I was so inspired, and I can't wait to share with you.
Yes.
Because it's actually pretty easy to make a living when you work for yourself.
Yes, it is. I think a lot of people are scared because, like, how do I know what if people don't buy? So, the first thing, you got to change your mind. If you see everybody else doing it, then you can do it too. People are doing it everywhere, all over, everywhere you go. People are buying and selling. They're buying and selling. Why wouldn't someone buy from you if you've got a product that they need? It's
Yeah.
not personal. You're providing something that they need, and they'll
First
pay
of all,
you. They've been
yeah,
paying
you first you position yourself as alternative to Amazon. Whatever they sell at Amazon, you can sell yourself too.
You can.
To your friends and family, and you tell them, I bring value to your friends and family because they can buy cheaper from you than Amazon. You will provide personal service, and they know you, and they also help build my business, and we will help each other. And that's the unity, that's the spirit of Kwanzaa.
That's right.
We need to help each other.
Yes, absolutely.
I think the world right now is like, unfortunately, the teaching of this I don't know, the industrialization, that we can be independent of each other. We can just be a worker on the assembly line, that we don't need nobody anymore. No, that's wrong.
Right.
We actually need each other to help each other build up financially. Also, that solidarity make us healthy emotionally.
Yes, absolutely. And
Dealing with depression is, you are so isolated. The mental health issue is you are because of isolation.
yes, and that's
We
what
need to go back to our roots. That when we work in the field, we work as a village all together, a family together. That's the way to deal with depression in a mental health issue. That we help each other.
That's right.
We are not like, isolated person. I think the isolation causes mental health problems.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. And business is, it's social interaction, because like the open air markets, people are talking to each other. They're enjoying each other's company. They're making friends, and that's all part of the building community. And that's what you want to do with your business, is become part of a community. The people who buy from you and the people you sell to, they become part of your community. And of course, our Friday host Viata says, Grand Rising Queens. Yes, we're so excited to be helping people to be a part of the Female Solution community, because we have a way to share the wealth, to spread the prosperity, and we want you to partner with us in that process, so that as we make money, you make money. As we buy and sell, you receive payment, and all you have to do is just spread the word through your cell phone. So, once again, sign up with our prosperity partners. And if you have a product that you're considering, we want you to perhaps be one of those entrepreneurs that is presenting a product that you have created. And it can be something very simple, a clothing item, even a food item. And just add that information on your prosperity partner form. And we want to create a circle of prosperity where we're all getting paid and we're all contributing to the well-being of each other with the products and services that we're sharing. So go to thefemalesolution.com/prosperity-partners and just fill out the form. And of course, hit send right there at the bottom. Hit send, and you'll be in the system with us. And we're looking forward to paying you to promote simply by a few touches on your cell phone. Make life simple. Earn that passive income that doesn't require you to spend 8 hours a day someplace. You can be relaxing at home while your business is making you money. Yes. Well, we've got to go. It's that time, people. We want you to prosper. Look forward to 2024 being your year of prosperity. We know that all it takes is a great idea, and we got a caller here. We're gonna grab right before we go. Area code 706-202. Grand Rising. Introduce yourself to our listening and viewing audience, and give us your comments before we go.
Assalamu alaikum and
Abari Ghani,
Umoja,
Umoja,
and to
Unity,
and to the new, what's her name?
Zoe, Zoe, Zoe. Yes.
I apologize, Zoe. And it's really, full circle in history, because China and Africa were exchanged before there was, this new world.
Yes.
They interacted, Zanzibar, East Africa especially. The thing that I'm looking at is two words, the etymology of the word consumer and consume. And look at that word as to what it means. We're promoting consumers, and that one who squanders or to waste. That's what consumer means.
Ooh.
And consume means is to destroy by separating parts which cannot be reunited by burning or eating, hence destroys the substance of annihilation. So we're looking at, do we want to create consumers, or do we want to have the energy exchange? Because being a CEO of a company, the chief executive officer, we got to change that, is a conscious organizing energy. Being able to be conscious of what we're doing and organizing and exchanging, because money only stands for my own natural energy yield. It's teaching ones how to use their energy to yield them the substance that they need to sustain their life.
So to be a conscious energy organizer, be a CEO, a conscious energy organizer, which means that you are aware of how what you create is affecting others
with your energy.
With your energy,
money.
Yes, your money, absolutely, and
my own natural
energy
That's
yield.
What MONEY spelled.
Absolutely.
My own natural energy yields.
Right. So
and if you're understanding how to use your energy to exchange with others, not to be consumers, because consume means to
devour,
hoard up. Right, but what you're doing is exchanging for what is needed in their life that helps your life.
That's it. That's all it is. So when we look at it that way, as an exchange, then people aren't thinking that they're losing something, or they have less, or they don't have enough. It's because that's an energy. That thought is an energy. Thinking that paying something makes you now have something less, then you're thinking, then you're putting out that energy of lack, when there is no lack. Because if you're exchanging your energy, your money with someone, then you're receiving something back that they're giving you. So it's an exchange, and there is no lack. And especially if you're giving something and they're giving you money back. So that's what this whole exchange is supposed to be. It's not that everybody's giving away their energy and getting nothing back, and feeling like they now have less. It's an exchange. You're giving, they're giving back, and and they're giving and you're giving back. So that's what it's supposed to be. It's
Like
supposed to
Zoe
be an
said.
exchange.
Zoe said, it's not the time, because want and need. Do you need it, or do you want it to make you look good, or to make you feel good, or
Right.
What are you taking in something for? See,
Right.
is it your time to have that? And this is what we have to understand, how economics, because economics deals with Mother Earth. That's the first product is the earth. Everything
Absolutely.
that we use and need comes from the earth, and that's the basis of all economics.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Everything that you create comes from the earth some kind of way, whether it's from a plant that you created, an article of clothing from, or a food item, or whatever it is, or a mineral that's in the earth. It's something that came from the earth. So, and we all come from the earth, and we're all going back to the earth. It's an exchange. So if we look at life as an exchange, then we don't look at ourselves as lacking. And like you're saying, and of course, like Zoe said, if you're spending out of a sense of not being lovable enough unless you buy something, that's the wrong energy. That's out of an energy of I'm not enough, I'm not good enough, I'm not worthy. And if you spend with that energy, with that thought, then that's what's going to come back to you. Not being worthy, not being good enough, not being lovable. And that's what you'll create. So you're creating with the thought that you use when you spend. So if you spend with the thought that I am exchanging, I am giving, and I am receiving, and we're all of equal value, then you don't feel a sense of loss when you spend. Just like when you create something, a product that you want to sell. And if you know it, you have value and it has value, then you don't hesitate to ask for money for it, because you know that you have value and what you create has value. And so when people pay you, they get a good exchange. They get what they need. They get what they desire. You get what you need in terms of the energy of their money, my own natural energy yield. So it's an exchange. And if we exchange with everybody in some form, there is no poverty. There doesn't need to be any poverty. Everybody has something that they can contribute to the general society. So in an ideal society that we're creating, we're helping to create, no one is suffering in poverty. Everybody is contributing to the well-being of the collective body. And so everybody deserves their share of what the earth provides. That's the kind of society we're building, so that no one is in poverty and no one needs to feel like they can't have what everybody else has. Absolutely.
When it's yours, it's yours. At the time is right. When the time is right, it's yours, it's yours.
That is right. When the time is right and it's time for you to have what you desire, you will have it. Well, Baba Kwame,
Yep.
we're always pleased when you join us with your words of wisdom. And we want to thank our listening and viewing audience. And of course, invite you to come on back tomorrow, where our host, Kareem Hamid, will have our men only discussion. And we're going to have him on screen with our guests. And we're looking forward to a stimulating look at how men have been affected by some of the changes that are occurring in our culture, and what are some of the things we can look forward to in the future as we change some of our attitudes that may be outdated based on the new reality that we're experiencing and the new roles that we are playing in terms of our parenting and the roles we play in society, the jobs that we do. Are we needing to readjust the way we prepare our children for their roles based on gender expectations and responsibilities. How do we benefit from the changes in the culture to accommodate the new reality that we're experiencing in these modern times? What things need to be put away as no longer needed, and what things need to be embraced as now necessary for our growth and evolution as a human species? No, we'll let the men talk about that in that men only discussion tomorrow. We're looking forward to you all joining us. And as always, we appreciate our loyal listeners from all over the world. And we want to say thank you and invite you to join us tomorrow and every day. And of course, Thursday, we are going to introduce you to our new Thursday host and get you prepared as you learn more about the wonderful authors that are telling their story and giving us inspiration with their creative works. And of course, come on back Friday for Health and Well-Being with Viata. And Saturday, we've got a special end of the year program for you. You don't want to miss 12 noon to 2 p.m. So Central Time. And of course, until that time, we want you all to remember to shop with Zoe. Go to the website, www.thefemalesolution.com/products. And if you haven't bought that special gift for somebody or for yourself, go ahead and check out the Hiney Warmer. Have a pleasant experience as you go and answer the call of nature. And then, of course, if you've got somewhere to go and travel, get that travel bag. It's multi-usable and multi-dimensional, and it'll certainly give you everything you need as you travel along. And we're looking forward to you being a prosperity partner. So go to www.thefemalesolution.com/prosperity-partners and sign on up so you can get paid that passive income. So last words of wisdom before we go, Zoe?
Yeah, I think we are going to look for a new year, and we're going to change ourselves, our mindset, that we want the freedom from the stress, the depression, and then the financial restraint that the corporate world had imposed on us. When we work for the 9 to 5 job, sometimes a minimum job, that doesn't just pay for our talent. God give us so much talent. We should not let other people to limit it. And by working, become your own CEO of your life, you will find your own potential that you are so proud of.
Yes.
That no gift or anything that actually can buy.
Absolutely. That's right. It's a gift that money can't buy. Being your own boss and running your own business. And you just feel the power of having control of your own life. Can't
Yes.
beat. Well, all right. Well, we will see you all next time. And until that time, remember to shine your light and light the way for others. We'll see you next time. We want to see our global family.
We've come to the end of our show today, but you can hear every show in the archives at www.blogtalkradio.com/the-female-solution. You can also hear today's show on the Female Solution Facebook page. Go to www.facebook.com/the-female-solution. Leave your comments about today's show. You can always reach me on my website at www.naimalatif.com. That's www.naimahlattif.com. Watch our TV shows, listen to our radio shows, order our books, and be sure to get your copy of the book, The Female Solution. On behalf of our team of radio hosts, I'd like to thank all of you who participated in today's discussion. And to our global family listening from all around the world, we say thank you. To our family in China, Sheshe, India, Zanyaba, Japan, Arigato, Korea, Kamsamnida, Russia, Spasiba, Germany, Danke, Poland, Dziękuję, France, Merci, Spain, Gracias, Italy, Grazie, Egypt, Shukran, Ghana, Medasi, Nigeria, Eshe, South Africa, Gabonga, Senegal, Jerez, Kenya, Asante, Israel, Toda, Pakistan, Shukriya, Afghanistan, Tashakur, Saudi Arabia, Shukran. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Thank you. And may peace be upon you and the mercy of God and God's blessing.